and Mars. I'm gonna pull some love oracles first, and I see passion immediately. This is for October 4th through the 11th, during the Libra moon, preparing for the Libra moon, during the Libra Mercury retrograde. Give your relationship a chance. Worth waiting for. Again, this is for Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Mars. If you're stuck on the Sun, Moon, and Rising, if you do have a Moon in Leo, still watch this, see if it resonates with you. Pull one more. So we had passion, worth waiting for, flirt, and we got give your relationship a chance. So this looks really good. Maybe you just started a relationship with someone, or you have your eye on someone new. Spirit is telling you to give it a go, give it a chance. We're gonna do some shamanic healing cards. For Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Mars. A lot of readings have been looking really good for Leos lately. Changes are coming. Going through some changes right now. Emotional release. Burden. Yeah, I definitely see that there's some baggage that you're holding on from the past, maybe old wounds, or maybe this moon or this Mercury retrograde is having you reflect on a lot of past relationships that you've had, a lot of wrongs that you've done, a lot of wrongs that have been done to you. And as this person that's coming into your life, to have a healthy start to a relationship, I think that you need to go through an emotional release. You need to do some shadow work, do some journaling, do something that allows you to cry. See if you can get yourself to cry, but definitely have some form of an emotional release. Have a day or two where you're secluded and you're with yourself and you can introspect. I think you're carrying a lot of past burdens on your shoulders, and you don't want that to project on this new relationship. So we have ascension and reunion of souls. So the Mercury retrograde is all about reconciliation, or meeting an old person that was in your, or coming back to an old person that was in your life, and or a past person, rekindling that connection, clearing out wounds, and reharmonizing. And I think that maybe you need to have this emotional release by having a real heart-to-heart conversation with someone from the past to release these burdens. And this is going to allow you to ascend to a higher vibration, because whenever you hold on to these negative emotions, you put yourself at a lower vibration. So whatever wants to come in, if you're at a lower vibration, you may not see it now. You might be attracting a low vibrational person. But if you can have this emotional release and ascend, maybe this relationship that is coming through, you'll be more compatible. You'll be ready to take on this higher vibrational love. Let's pull one more. For Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Slow but steady. Your advice is to go slow and steady. Masculine energy. Definitely tap into that masculine energy. And the masculine energy is the sun, just like Leo. So definitely tap into what's natural for you. Be the masculine energy that you have. I know a lot of women with a lot of Leo in their chart. They are, I call them Leos and Capricorns. I just feel like they're daddies. They're like, and Aquarius, I feel like they're all the daddies of the zodiac if they're women. And then the men just have very natural divine masculine energy. So, and I feel like very masculine energy that's not toxic embodies the slow and steady self-control energy very well. So you're being called to do that in how you approach this new love connection. So let's go to Leo, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Mars. We have the Six of Wands. Definitely success here. You're moving towards success. I just saw the Six of Cups in reverse, meaning there's someone from the past that you ended things with on a really bad note, or it just felt like there were emotions that weren't expressed, or if they were expressed, they were not heard, which is what you're being challenged to rekindle and to, I just saw the Strength card. So you need to have some strength, some courage, and go forward. Don't just leave it in the past. Believe it or not, it will carry over to the next relationship. These wounds will. That's what relationships are for. I just saw the Sun, so you are in charge here. It's all about you. It's all about you, Leo. I bet you like that. So we have the Fool in reverse. So there's a decision that you're deciding to not take because you think it's too risky, and it's in terms of money, finances, and investments. So you might be working really hard with, you might be doing multiple things at once, going to school, or you might be thinking about this. You might be going to school, going to work, investing your money into property, into a hobby, into, you might be, I'm going to put these back. You might be investing your money into a lot of different avenues, but there is something that you think is too risky, some idea that you don't feel will be a wise investment. Let's get deeper. Knight of Cups. It might be this person going back to. You don't want to invest your energy into something that has failed because you think it's just going to leave you empty-handed. It's going to put you at a setback. There's an apology that needs to happen. There's an emotional offer. I think that you're in charge here. I think that you have to be the one to initiate this. And I think you need to go back, and no matter how wrong they did you or how wrong you did them, it's not about power here. And it's not about the outcome. Don't go into a situation thinking about the outcome, because you're going to mess everything up in between. It's going beside the point. Know what you need to say, go in and say it, and have no expectations of what the outcome is, and you might be pretty satisfied anyways, whether it turns out terribly or not, because you were authentically expressing yourself and your emotions and detaching yourself from that past connection completely. You're able to detach from the past connection, if you go in without the expectation of an outcome. There might have had, you might have worked with this past energy, this past person, or it was a Virgo or someone with Virgo in their chart. So someone that is hyper analytical, very judgmental. Everything has to be a collaboration or a compromise. Everything you had to work on together. Nothing was easy in this relationship. Everything was so much work. One more for the past energy for Leo. You might have felt like you were trapped in a sense, like there was no way out of this relationship. There was nothing that you could do to be right. There was nothing that you could do to be worthy. There was nothing you could do to be enough. Everything you did was wrong. Everything you did had some type of negative emotion attached to it from this person. Or, roles can be reversed. You might have trapped this person and took all their power and blinded them from the truth. You could have lied to them all the time, and this made them feel like they were just trapped and over-controlled, and they just lost all their power. So roles can be reversed here, but this is something that definitely needs to be communicated. This kind of energy does go to other relationships, not just romantic, friendships too. So this is why healing this connection can really transform your life. It can transform the people you attract, mentors, friendships, relationships. So let's get the outcome of this conversation if you were to go in and actually have this conversation. Someone here is going to have control issues with the outcome. someone here is going to want, so the Emperor sideways, someone's going to come in with no expectations, but ultimately they're going to have this sense of control over the conversation, and it's just going to, it's going to impact the way and the direction the conversation really goes. Which is why I said don't attach yourself to the outcome. It'll bring a lot of healing, no matter what. This conversation, it needs to happen. Just know that it might have some intensity, and you're probably going to need some space, and you're going to need to introspect on what was said. And it's going to stimulate some healing. We got Ascension in these cards, so I do think that it's going to, you're going to go through a couple of days where you have to introspect on all of this. So let's go to this new connection. Ten of Cups in reverse, so you probably had a family with this person. That didn't work out, which is why it's so hard to go back. This new person, new connection for Leo, new connection for Leo, new connection for Leo. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So this person, either you or this person might have some nagging tendencies. It looks like they have a lot of options. This person appears like what I'm getting is this person appears like they have all the money in the world. They look like they appear like they have all the options in the world. But there's a piece of them, so they look like they have it all made out for them. And we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, so there's something that's missing. The Nine of Cups is one step closer to the Ten of Cups, the family, the happy, like, oh my God, I made it to the end. I have everything I want. This person looks like they have everything they want, but they don't. But they don't. There's something hidden. It seems like they might even be deceiving themselves. They think they have everything they want. They're as happy as could be, but there's this emptiness that's inside them, and they're deceiving themselves. They're like trying to convince themselves that they don't need anything else. They're happy as could be. But there is something. They could even have a drinking problem, by the way. Yeah, there is going to be some success here. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So this person holds on really tightly to money, which is why they come off looking like they're really good with money, because maybe they do know how to organize and put their money in specific places. But I'm strongly feeling they have a really bad relationship with money. So they might have a nice car, they might have a nice house, they might have nice clothes, they might have a good job. But the way their relationship is with money, there's some healing that needs to happen. They don't have a good relationship with money. But the success card was facing that, so maybe you can help teach them. Help teach them that, because it sounds like you know how to invest your money based off when I did your energy. And so maybe that's going into this relationship, that's something that you can teach them. But that thing that's missing is they have not had a reconciliation either with their past heartbreak. They are not completely healed. They think that they are, and they are not. There is some really deep-rooted part of them that is still holding on to past heartbreak, past betrayal, a lot of betrayal. And this doesn't even have to be towards just romance. They could be holding on to so much betrayal. They have a problem with forgiveness. They have a problem with letting things go, which can really impede a future relationship. So again, these are conversations that you can have with this person also. And they might not answer you honestly because they're self-deceiving. They're deceiving themselves. So if they're deceiving themselves, they can't be honest with you. But I think that when you plant this seed, they're going to think about it, and it's going to stimulate the subconscious to bring these wounds up. So eventually it'll come to the surface, especially if you watch their body language when they answer. Oh, that's good. There is love here. There's love, there's healing. So there's a lot of hope here in this new connection. I think that you should totally go for it. We have the Queen of Wands. So this person might have some cockiness, some narcissistic tendencies. They might have some jealousy issues. They might have some codependency issues that are very deeply rooted beneath the surface that you can kind of anticipate coming up. But it's someone who has a lot of past betrayals that hold on to them would have these tendencies, these jealousy tendencies, their wounds that come up. You know, a woman or a man that is in competition with other women or other men, or this type of person just needs to feel like what they're doing is worthy, that they are seen, that they are heard, and that they are enough, because they will go from being cocky to being humble. And I think that if there is